Hello, Talesphony listeners. Today's episode is based on the stories of Aaron the Clairvoyant and may completely change your perception of reality. Have you ever wondered what is really happening on our planet? Is Earth the arena of a cosmic experiment? In this episode, we will delve into one of the most fascinating theories, the theory that humanity may be the result of deliberate interference by extraterrestrial beings. You're listening to Talesphony Podcast, your weekly dose of tales. Let's start with DNA, the code of life. According to some researchers, our genotype is not a fully natural product of evolution. It is said that the human race was created as a hybrid, containing the DNA of various extraterrestrial civilizations. On Earth, as some theories say, a divine genetic pattern, the DNA pattern, was placed as part of a larger cosmic project called Project Peace. Our DNA is therefore supposed to be a kind of chronicle, a record of the intervention of alien races that instilled in us not only their physical characteristics, but also emotions, character, and spiritual essence. Imagine that humanity is not a coincidence. The choice of our planet and the creation of the human race had a purpose. According to the theory, Earth is one of 7 selected planets on which a great cosmic game is played. Each of these planets acts as a kind of laboratory where extraterrestrial civilizations, those that could not live in peace, try to find a way to unite. Humanity was created as an attempt to unite diverse races that could not previously coexist. Humanoids, like us, contain a mixture of DNA codes from many alien civilizations, which were recorded in our genotype. NASA, one of the most important agencies dealing with space exploration, has been studying not only our solar system for years, but also phenomena that have no simple explanations. Many questions have arisen about UFOs and signals that could come from extraterrestrial civilizations. Although NASA's official statements are often cautious, research and discoveries related to mysterious structures, anomalies in space, and unidentified flying objects lead to speculation that we are part of something much bigger. Does humanity, as a creation with a unique combination of matter and spirit, play a key role in this cosmic puzzle? It's not just about physical evidence, like elongated skulls, implants, or alien abductions. What really matters is our spiritual uniqueness, our direct connection to the source of the universe, to an energy that could be called divine love. Is this the key to understanding why extraterrestrial civilizations are interested in humanity? They have the technology to destroy us, but they don't. Maybe their goal isn't to depopulate us, but rather to understand and protect what makes us unique. The Peace Project, according to the accounts, aimed not only to unite civilizations in the universe, but also to create a new perfect pattern of existence, a pattern that unites spirituality and matter. Earth became a place where different races had the opportunity to record their genes, emotions, and character in the DNA of the human race, creating a hybrid that has the potential for a new beginning. Let us ask ourselves, what if who we are is the result of cooperation and conflict between cosmic civilizations trying to find a way to coexist? Our DNA may be the key to the future they are trying to build. Earth, and with it humanity, is an experiment that aims not only to resolve conflicts between civilizations, but also to find the answer to the eternal question, how to build lasting peace in the universe. Is this what the ancient legends are talking about when they tell us that the gods came from heaven and created man on earth? The gods, in their divine power, created a being who had within him a combination of everything, not only the spiritual element, purity and beauty, but also divisions, negative emotions, jealousy, and envy. It was these emotions, which were inscribed in human nature, that became the source of conflicts among the gods. The creation of man not only aroused jealousy, but also led to great wars between extraterrestrial civilizations, which could not accept what their brothers and sisters had created. The question arises, what really caused such a rebellion? Humanity, as it turns out, became a key element in the great experiment that took place on Earth. The extraordinary DNA code that was passed on to us is proof that man is more than just the result of natural evolution. It is the combination of matter and spirit that gives us the ability to connect with a higher source, whether called God, the Creator, or the universe. Our DNA, being a divine template, combines elements from different civilizations that once fought each other for dominance in the cosmos. There is a reason that extraterrestrials are watching us so closely. People who have been abducted often tell of strange tests they have been subjected to. Many of these accounts tell of laboratories where hybrids are grown in incubators, a combination of human DNA with the genetic material of the civilizations that are watching us. It seems that we are the key to resolving conflicts that have been going on for centuries in space. The series Ancient Aliens draws attention to the fact that perhaps humanity is a project to end wars between extraterrestrial civilizations. We may be part of a larger plan to create peace in the universe. The technology that these civilizations have is far more advanced than anything we have. Evidence of this can be found in ancient structures, pyramids, megalithic structures that are awe-inspiring even today. We can't recreate these ancient technologies. We don't know how they were built, but their existence is undeniable evidence that humanity has had contact with something much bigger. Is this evidence of civilizations that once interfered with our development? It's possible that what happened was part of a larger cosmic plan, Project Peace. Before going into further detail, it's worth looking at how the diversity of the DNA code has affected human development on different continents. Differences in appearance, skin color, skull shape, and the technology that different groups of people use indicate that someone interfered with this divine pattern. If we come from one couple, Adam and Eve, as described in the Bible, then where do such huge differences come from? This leads us to the question of the origin of different human races, which could not have evolved naturally in such different forms. Who interfered with our development? The answers may lie in ancient traditions that speak of gods flying down from the sky. These beings, sometimes called the Anunnaki, had the ability to modify human DNA, creating different strains of humans on different continents. You're listening to Talesphony Podcast, your weekly dose of tales. The gods who came to Earth from the depths of space played a key role in the creation of man. Using their advanced technology and knowledge, they perfected the human species, shaping its DNA in such a way that it contained both divine and earthly elements. They were masters of genetics, able to manipulate matter and energy on a level that we do not understand, and their goal was to create a unique being, a man who combines both material and spiritual nature. Thanks to these divine manipulations, man became a carrier of the DNA code, which contains both the purity and love of the source, as well as the divisions and negative emotions present in the universe. These abilities that man carries within himself cause great concern in extraterrestrial civilizations, especially those that for eons dominated other races with their technology and knowledge. The peace in the universe. Project assumes that Earth will become the epicenter of a new wave of peace that will spread throughout the cosmos. Man, with his unique combination of spirit and matter, with DNA filled with the energy of love, is supposed to be the key to harmony that extraterrestrial civilizations lacked. Negative races such as the Anunnaki, who have been influencing Earth for millennia, now see a threat in the fact that humans can break through the barriers that have existed. Their previous interference in the development of humanity was aimed at establishing control, sowing division and confusion that would prevent unity. Hence, abductions, human research, creation of hybrids, all of this was to serve their agenda to maintain power and prevent the spread of love and peace. But as the project on Earth begins to take shape, they are losing ground. The extraterrestrials who are trying to sabotage this process see that their technology and power are no longer able to dominate the human spirit. Reason, which until now dominated the soul, is gradually losing its power as humans begin to hear again the voice of their inner self, the voice of the soul that guides them towards love, unity, and mutual understanding. It is this inner voice, not technology, that is the key to the new era that is now coming. In the Peace Project, humanity is moving towards unification with diverse civilizations that are also facing their own limitations. Those that placed all their hope in technology are beginning to see that it is not the answer to all their problems. Many of these civilizations that once reached the peak of technological development have hit their wall, a point where technology ceased to be a tool for development and began to be a tool for destruction. Now they must return to the foundations, to understanding what true energy is, energy that comes from the source, from spirit, from love. It is no coincidence that beings such as the reptilian Anunnaki, Dagonii, and other advanced civilizations that have lost balance are trying to understand humanity. They see in us a reflection of what they have lost, the ability to harmoniously combine technology with spirit, matter with energy. What is happening on Earth now is a lesson for them that they were not able to understand before. Humanity becomes an inspiration for them, and for some, a threat. That is why humanity is under such intense observation. Civilizations that have reached an impasse in their development are now trying to learn anew from us, from our process of transformation, from our ability to overcome divisions. Every intervention, every contact, every abduction is aimed at understanding how man deals with internal conflicts, with emotions that they have long since lost, choosing the technological path of development. The Peace Project on Earth is not just an attempt to unite people. It is an attempt to unite the entire universe, in which the many races and civilizations will be able to find a common language, overcoming old grudges, jealousies, pride, and divisions that have divided them until now. Although many of us use lies as the language of the system every day, we can speak with our hearts. We even have a space where we leave matter, the so-called paradise, where we rest, wrapped in the source of love, and regenerate our strength. Despite this, many of us, after a short rest, descend back to Earth to once again take part in the project that is still ongoing. We overcome these negative emotions once again by teaching extraterrestrial civilizations forgiveness. We teach them modesty, humility, nobility, and sacrifice, because negative beings cannot forgive themselves. They only know revenge. They cannot love, because they have chosen jealousy and envy. They cannot be in peace or harmony, because they are constantly racing, wanting to dominate others. Career, power, and control are their main goals, as we see on Earth. However, the Source gave us free will and free choice. It is we who decide whether the negative part of the divine pattern will win in us, or the positive one, the spiritual force that comes from the Creator of everything. Why aren't they destroying us? Why are they allowing us to reproduce, despite the talk of depopulation and other threats? Why are they protecting us, even from threats from space? In 2014, if I remember correctly, a shield was opened that protected us from a coronal ejection from the sun. If not for this, the electronics on Earth would have been destroyed, returning us to the times without electricity. Someone opened and closed this shield. Scientists don't know who it was. In ancient records and accounts of aliens, we find many true accounts. For example, about the American and German fleets in Antarctica, which encountered forces of unknown civilizations. There is evidence that the moon is an artificial satellite, and the pyramids are not just monuments, but structures of previously unknown technology. Someone created all this earlier. Someone brought their DNA and placed it on different continents, allowing us to mix and travel, to visit other parts of the world. This evidence speaks of technology that we still do not understand today: levitation, changing the density of matter, laser beams that build structures. That is why we are here to become brilliant beings, ambassadors of peace, which is said in relation to the Holy Spirit and the dove of peace, which, after being chosen, will fly into the universe, filling it with love and harmony. All civilizations, even the negative ones, will have to adapt to the new order. When I spoke with the Anunnaki, they mentioned a rebellion in their hierarchy. The negative races see that the project on Earth has succeeded, and now it is time to close it. Hence the sudden awakening of consciousness, the emergence of truth, and the closing of economic and national divisions. This is still difficult for many people to understand. We feel pride in our nationality, but this is also a division. Saying, I am British, I am German, I am Jewish, we create differences. And when we say I am an earthling, everything suddenly changes. A different energy appears. The truth about UFOs will ultimately cause these last national and linguistic divisions to collapse. This truth will first break up religions. but it may transform them by revealing the truth about the creator of everything, about love, peace, and the pure light that we carry within us. Thanks to it, we can lead our lives towards happiness and joy, illuminating other beings. Many cosmic civilizations have lost their way because they stopped believing that there is a creator of everything who watches over it. Some people think that it is impossible to control such a large number of beings as ants or insects, and for the same reason they do not believe that anyone could control the universe. This false belief that the universe is just a self-propelling machine has also appeared on Earth, and scientists are unknowingly repeating this concept. However, as evidence of the existence of a creator comes to light, many people are changing their minds. Extraterrestrial civilizations that have stopped believing in the power that created the universe are beginning to return to this truth. We humans have a miracle within us that they need. This miracle is our DNA filled with spirit. Civilizations that have understood this ask us for help, connecting with us through dreams and meditations. Negative races, on the other hand, who do not know respect, interfere in more uncomfortable ways, but they too are creating civilizations that will learn peace. Positive civilizations connect with us through consciousness, inviting us into their worlds. If we were a failed project, positive beings would stay away from us, fearing that we could infect other worlds with envy and hatred. But it is precisely because we have this divine miracle within us that these beings recognize in us the potential to create new harmony. The names of these beings are known on Earth, which means that they play an important role in this evolution, not just as symbols, but as living energies that transform reality. Their light, although from different cultures and traditions, comes from the same source. Therefore, what we observe is not division, but unity. All of them, regardless of their name, contribute to the enlightenment of humanity and the transmission of this primordial power of divine love. This is why extraterrestrial beings, who are working on their own evolution, turn to us, asking for help in understanding this love that shines through entire universes. It is not that they are weaker, but rather that their path was different, more technological, more materialistic, and this caused them to lose contact with the spiritual essence that we still carry within us. That is why their fascination with us is not that they see us as better or worse, but rather as those who carry the key to the unification of spiritual and material reality. That is why these frequent visits, these meetings, these meditation journeys in which we participate, they are nothing more than an attempt to connect our worlds, to understand that the universe is much more complex than we could imagine. And at the same time, thanks to these contacts, we begin to see how important the role of Earth and humanity is in this gigantic cosmic project. And it is here, on Earth, in this physical world, that we are able to experience experiences that are unique. These daily choices that we make have significance on the scale of the entire universe. Every act of love, every act of forgiveness, every act of harmony resonates through the universes, influencing other civilizations that may be technologically more advanced than us, but spiritually poorer. That is why this struggle that we see on Earth, all these divisions between nations, religions, ideologies, are just illusions that are meant to distract us from this understanding. And it is these divisions that are the last bastion of the forces that do not want to allow our evolution. But this is changing. Human consciousness is waking up, and the truth about UFOs, about space, about extraterrestrial civilizations is beginning to surface. And it's not just about discovering that we are not alone in the universe, but about understanding that we are not alone in a spiritual sense, that every civilization that exists is part of a larger whole, a larger plan. And just as we are learning to forgive, love, and live in harmony, other civilizations are learning the same thing, from us, with us. That is why these extraterrestrials do not stay away from us, even though we could be a source of chaos and negative energy. Instead, they come, teach, show us how we can be better, how we can evolve. Some of us may not realize it, but these encounters, these journeys, these dreams in which we meet beings from other worlds are part of this cosmic process of learning and mutual evolution. You're listening to Talesphony Podcast, your weekly dose of tales. Many people ask why they do not reveal themselves fully, why they do not come to us in an open way. But the answer is simple. They respect our free will. They know that each of us must make our own choice. Each of us must decide for ourselves whether we want to develop or remain in the limitations of illusion. And when we make that choice, they will be there, ready to support us, share their knowledge, and lead us to the next level. And it is not about us becoming technologically advanced or materially stronger. It is about us becoming more aware, more full of love, more united with that primordial force that created the entire universe. It is about us becoming ambassadors of peace, love, and harmony, not only on Earth, but throughout the entire cosmos. What surrounds us is only a fragment of what really exists, and what creates a huge project in which we participate as human beings. After all, if our names are written on Earth, if our souls originate from the divine source, it means that we have a specific task. And we do not have to look for answers in books written by others. We just have to reach into our own hearts, to the book that each of us carries within us. This book is alive, full of infinite wisdom, the miracle of creation. When we start to open it and read it, information will start flowing. Everything will become clear, and every moment will find its rightful place. God, infinite perfection, created a perfect being, gave it free will and the ability to create. Thanks to this, we have the ability to experience the universe in different ways, to take different forms, not only humanoid ones. Creation is inscribed in our nature, and what we create comes from the divine essence. Earth's DNA is not something random. It is not like someone brought it to us from space. It comes from God, just like everything else. The civilizations that existed before us had a choice between light and darkness, between good and evil. Some chose the dark path, but we as humanity have a unique ability to extinguish the darkness within ourselves, to work through negative emotions, and to grow spiritually. Every decision we make is a step towards the light, and if it doesn't work out the first time, we have a chance in subsequent lives, thanks to reincarnation, which allows us to gain new values. Everything that happens in the universe has its value. Forgiveness is one of the most powerful values that humanity can express. Forgiving minor offenses is easy, but forgiving the murderer of your own child is a challenge that builds our strength. The universe watches us, watches how we deal with these values, and learns from us, just as we learn from it. The moment we open ourselves to love and forgiveness, we create something beautiful. At the workshops in Wrocław, I saw how love is like a flower, and its petals are values such as forgiveness and nobility. The more love we have in us, the bigger and more beautiful these petals become, and we blossom as beings of light. Our friends from space watch this with admiration and respect, wondering how much power humanity has, since we can shine such a bright light. However, not all civilizations want this light. Some, still stubborn, try to stop us, fearing the changes that could destroy their old world. They kidnap us, experiment on us, try to destroy us, but something inside us won't let them. They ask where we get such strength from, why we can defend ourselves, why our faith and strength grow despite adversity. Stubbornness is part of the nature of many civilizations, as well as humanity. But those civilizations that are watching us see that it may be worth starting to use the strength we have. Maybe it's time to stop competing, to stop destroying each other. Maybe it's time to start creating a new reality, a new civilization based on love and peace. Earth, our planet, is a project of peace for the entire universe, for all civilizations that participate in this project. We are now in the most difficult stage: climate change, economic change, religion. But the time of transition is coming. From 2021 to 2028, we will build a new world, a new haven, where those we call gods will be able to emerge from the shadows and say, "We did it. The Earth survived. The peace project succeeded." Our experiences, our energy, our thoughts, they shape not only our reality, but also the universe around us. Understanding this is the key to further development, both individually and collectively. After all, our actions and choices resonate in space, influencing civilizations we have no idea about, but which follow our evolution. Many scientists wonder where this power, this potential in humanity, comes from. Research into the nature of consciousness and energy has been going on for decades. but it still remains in the shadow of spiritual insights that offer us answers that we will not find in any laboratory. Professor John Wheeler, a theoretical physicist, spoke about the role of the observer in creating reality, about how our consciousness influences the structure of the universe itself. What began as speculation is now taking on increasing importance. We know that the energy of thoughts and intentions affects matter. Masaru Emoto's research on the structure of water shows how much our energy affects physical reality. Not only science is involved in this process. Extraterrestrials who have been observing Earth for a long time understand that humanity has unique potential. We were, and still are, part of a larger plan that changes not only us, but also those civilizations that, like us, were searching for their path. Some of these civilizations, as I mentioned, lost their balance, allowed their technological development to exceed spiritual development. We have a chance to avoid this mistake. That is why so much depends on us now. We are on the threshold of a new era where technology and spirituality must work together, creating a new pattern of existence. The Earth, as a living organism, causes vibrations that spread throughout the universe. This energy is felt by other civilizations. It is no coincidence that there has been an increase in the number of UFO observations or contacts with extraterrestrials. They know we are facing a crucial moment and want to help us, while some fear our power because our growth may require changes in their world as well. Like us, these civilizations face a choice, whether to open up to change, to the energy of peace and coexistence, or to stick to outdated patterns based on competition and division. Many of them have already made the decision to support our development because they see in it an opportunity for renewal for themselves as well. They believe that Earth can be the key to their own evolution. They are waiting for the moment when we are ready to give them what is most precious, the energy of love, harmony, and peace. However, it depends on us whether this plan will succeed. We must understand that we are co-creators of a new order of the universe. Our decisions have consequences on a scale that we are not yet fully aware of. By choosing love, understanding, and unity, we create a future that includes not only us, but also other civilizations that are also striving for renewal. Sometimes it seems that we are facing chaos and destruction. Global climate change, armed conflicts, or political tensions can give the impression that the world is heading for a catastrophe. But it is precisely at this moment that we must understand that what is happening is part of the process. Every change, even the most difficult and painful, is part of a larger plan that is leading us toward new harmony. We are not alone. We have the support of beings who have gone through similar challenges before. What we are doing now has a profound impact on the future of the universe. Extraterrestrial civilizations who are following our progress are beginning to see that Earth can become the birthplace of a new way of being, one that combines spirituality and technology, love and science, individuality and collective responsibility. Our energy, our choices, and our intentions create a ripple effect throughout the cosmos, inspiring other beings to act. Now more than ever, we need to understand our role. We have the power to create a future that brings peace not only to Earth, but beyond. Thank you for joining us for this episode. We hope that the topics discussed inspire you to reflect and act. Remember that each of us has the power to influence the world around us. If you enjoyed this episode, we encourage you to subscribe and share it with others. See you in the next episode.